So this is how I read my article this morning. I'm sitting at the chair, and some people are there working at a small park. There's a big church, and I parked my car there because there's free parking. And that's my company, regional headquarters, KT, Korea Telecom, the number one carrier in Korea. And this is where I sat. And there's a small walking path for the people. So bye bye now. Hello, today is Monday, September 11th, 2023. September 11th, 2001, there was a big bombing of the World Trade Center in America, in New York. I've been to New York about 5 years ago, and they turned the site into a tourist place where the big waterfalls falling to the basement of those two buildings. So today is quite an important day for the people in New York and for the people around the world at the same time. Several Korean people died in the bombing also. So I guess a lot of foreigners working at the center also died. So it was a worldwide disaster. So today I'm sitting at sitting on a chair to read the How to Immigrate to the USA. I am interested in the immigration to the USA, and also my first daughter, who is working in Australia as a working holiday maker, is also interested in studying overseas. So I guess she might as well study in America and get a permanent residency or the citizenship there after she finishes the school. So I am very keen on how I can enter the USA. Of course, as a Korean, I am entitled to visit America with a visa. I can stay there up to, I think, 90 days, and I can re-enter after going through different countries except Canada and Mexico. Those three countries are basically the same price when it comes to visa eligibility examination by the U.S. government. So I pulled off this article from the internet randomly about a minute ago, and I am trying to read this article to learn English and also to pick up some knowledge about immigration. I will try to remember the words and expressions and sentences that I deem quite important and usable when it comes to interacting with the foreigners. So here I am. By the way, I am Korean, and I work for Korea Telecom, KT, the number one carrier in Korea. I am very proud of my company, but when it comes to retirement time, I have to look for another job. Unfortunately, even though with my current English competency, I haven't hold any English speaking position inside my company, so there's a shame. If you do have any other alternative, please contact me and I would be happy. But before I jump my company, KT, I will be quite loyal to my company and my colleagues, and I will do my best to contribute to my company's success, revenue, and enlightenment and evolution also. Yep, I'm speaking of the spiritual realm. What is the easiest way to immigrate to USA? This one is written by IAS Services org UK. There are a number of ways to immigrate to the USA easily, and you may wish to seek advice on which route is the best option for you. For more inquiries concerning how to immigrate to USA legally and the correct steps to apply, contact IAS today. Call us at 1+1, that's international access code for the USA, 844-290-6312, or reach us online. Yeah, by the way, when I traveled to Canada as a honeymooner back in 2002, I think I got married in 2002, and yes, and one of the Korean tourists crossed the border illegally. So I think the guy, a single, handsome man, probably is now U.S. citizen after the U.S. government allowed mass immigration to illegal immigrants there. So one route to immigrate to illegally to America is cross border from Vancouver. I think it's the easiest way to do that. Or you can go to Mexico and cross the Trump border if you want. Request a call back from our immigration experts. Okay, so once you fill out the form, they will contact you and give you some advice on immigration to the USA. Overview of the U.S. immigration options. There are 2 visa pathways to immigrate to the USA. The immigrant or non-immigrant visa options. U.S. immigrant visa. An immigrant visa is issued to foreign nationals looking to reside permanently in the U.S. It is necessary to present it at the U.S. port of entry if you intend to become a lawful permanent resident or green card holder. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers must review and endorse your immigration visa and the other required paperwork before you can obtain a green card. Non-immigrant visa. A non-immigrant visa is a permit issued to foreign nationals for temporary residence in the U.S. based on work, study, or visits. An excellent example of non-immigrant visa is the student visa. If you have been looking for how to move to America with no qualifications, your easiest option might be the student visa. Page contents. Okay, I'll skip that because I'll read all of them. What is the easiest U.S. immigrant visa to get? The following are some of the easiest means to immigrate to the U.S. Diversity Immigrant Visa Program. For many people, the easiest way to immigrate to the USA is through the Diversity Visa Program. If you are from a country with a historical record of low visits to the U.S., you can qualify for a diversity visa. However, the odds of winning the DV lottery are small. Yeah, fucking small, I guess, for Koreans. Getting selected through the lottery qualifies you for an immigrant visa, leading to permanent residency in the U.S. That's really a lottery. Raffle. Kind of a raffle, I guess. Family-based immigration. If you are an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen, especially if married to a U.S. citizen, it will be easier for you to immigrate to the U.S. through family-based immigration, as there are usually no limitations or delays. Wow, that's good. There are usually no limitations or delays. Employment-based immigration. The employment-based immigration card requires that you have a job offer from a U.S. employer. So it is much easier for foreign professionals to go through this route. Student visa, employment-based immigration. I like that. Employment-based green card requires that you have a job offer from a U.S. employer. So it is much easier for foreign professionals to go through this route. Yeah, hey, American employers out there who are listening to this post, please contact me. I would be interested in working for you after I retire from KT, Korea Telecom, number one carrier in Korea. I studied mechanical engineering in college at the Jeonnam National University, the prestigious local provincial university, national university. And then I joined KT at the Korea Telecom, and I was transmission engineer, outside plant engineer. Then I became an international network engineer. Then I became a salesman for a variety of KT's services and products. And also I learned about innovation, lean strategies, Toyota production process systems, Six Sigma, and so on. So I'm very confident in the English and engineering, and also I'm very strong, so I can pick berries in the fields. Or I'm interested in the tiny house project, like a tiny house hotel, tiny house resorts, and mass animal rearing, mass animal catering service, like 20,000 rabbits roaming around, and it would become a resort, tourist spot. And also I'm interested in the machinery exports, imports, or for that matter, any exports and import business. So please contact me if you want to hire me. Right? Then student visa. The student visa is an excellent option for those seeking how to immigrate to USA without a job offer. Investment-based immigration. The investment-based option requires you to have a large sum of money to invest in a commercial enterprise in the US. The easiest non-immigrant route to the US. Educational immigration to the United States. Foreign nationals, what was it? Investment-based immigration, yeah. Educational immigration to the USA. Foreign nationals looking for how to immigrate to the USA without a job offer should consider educational immigration, student visa, as one of the easiest ways to achieve this. To obtain a student visa, you must become a full-time student in the USA. The student visa is a non-immigrant visa split into an F1 visa and M1 visa. The types of student visas. F1 visa. The F1 visa, academic student, is for international students who wish to study full-time at an accredited U.S. university, college, high school, elementary school, conservatory, seminary, academic institution, or a language training program. To be eligible for the F1 visa, you should be enrolled in the course of study or program leading up to a degree, certificates, or diploma. Your enrolled school should also be authorized in the U.S. to accept international students. F1 visa. F1 visa, vocational student, is for international students who want to be involved in a vocational study or non-academic program outside language training. Really? So with no intention, if you want to study English at an English language program center, then you are not eligible for M1 visa. Probably you need a F1 visa or something different. M1 visa. The M1 visa, another alternative for immigrating to the US for educational purposes, is the J exchange visa. But it is not under the student visa umbrella. It is for high schoolers and university students participating in an exchange program in the U.S. So there's J, I think a joint maybe, who is eligible for a student visa. To qualify for F1 or M1 visas, you must have enrolled in an academic educational program or a vocational program or a language training program as a full-time student. Have enrolled in a school approved by the Student and Exchange Visitors Program, SEVB. Be proficient in English or enroll in a course to improve your proficiency. Have sufficient funds to support yourself throughout your stay. Have a residence abroad that you don't intend to give up. Yeah, I'm married. I have 2 daughters, one in Australia, one is in Korea with us. So I don't want to give up my residence here, even though Kim Jong-un is always threatening us. We feel he's just a joker. Documents needed for a student visa application. The following are the documents you need for your student visa application. A passport valid for at least 6 months beyond your stay in the U.S., except if country-specific agreements exempt you. If you are taking your dependents along, they must also obtain their passports. Non-immigrant visa application. The confirmation page of Form DS-160. A passport photograph for filing the online form DS-160. This also must meet the photograph requirements. Your application fee payment receipt. In case you need to pay before your interview, your certificate of eligibility for non-immigrant F1 student status as an academic and language student, or certificate of eligibility for non-immigrant M1 student status as a vocational student, or Form I-20. Okay. I think there's a Capitol Hill. I visited the place before, back in 2006. Application process. The first step of your student visa application involves you applying to a SEVP-approved school in the U.S. After the school accepts your application, you will be registered in the SEVI's Student and Exchange Visitor Immigration System and pay the SEVI's 1901 fee. After making payment, you and your dependents, if you have one, will receive an individual Form I-20 from your school. Your dependents must also enroll in the SEVI's database, but do not need to pay the SEVI's fee. Additionally, you must sign Form 120 alongside your school before applying for the student visa at a U.S. embassy or consulate and interviewing. The steps to applying for a student visa vary and depend on the U.S. embassy. The following are the general steps involved. 1. Complete the online form DS-160 and print the application form from the confirmation page to take to your interview. Schedule an interview if you are between age of 14 and 79. It is advisable to schedule an appointment at the U.S. Embassy near you so you don't miss it. 3. Check the estimated wait time for your interview appointment at a U.S. Embassy or a consulate. Wait time varies by location. Wait time, season, and visa category. Therefore, you should apply early to prepare for delays. Prepare for your interview and pay the non-refundable visa application fee of $160 if required before your interview. If you need help handling your application process, contact our immigration lawyers, as they will provide extensive immigration concerning the student visa. Reach us at +1 844 290 6312 or online. The easiest immigrant visa route to the United States. Immigration to the U.S. with a green card. The U.S. green card, permanent resident card, is a permit issued to foreigners looking to become lawful permanent residents, LPRs. Lawful permanent residents in the United States. It is a physical card representing an immigrant's right to live and work permanently in the U.S. You must obtain an immigrant visa, which grants you entry to the U.S. at the beginning of your green card application process. Family-based green cards. The United States permits citizens and lawful permanent residents to petition for their dependents overseas to own a green card and live in the U.S. indefinitely. If you have a U.S. citizen, a parent, spouse, child, or sibling, you will likely qualify for a U.S. green card. Parent, spouse, child, or sibling. Due to the number limit on the family-based green card applications processed from each country, you should consider applying early so you don't have to wait another year. However, the following categories of people qualify for a family green card and are not subject to any limits or delays. The spouse of a U.S. citizen qualifies for the IR-1 visa. An unmarried child below 21 of a U.S. citizen qualifies for the IR-2 visa. An orphan adopted by a U.S. citizen abroad qualifies for the IR-3. An orphan adopted in the U.S. by a citizen qualifies for the IR-4 visa. A parent of a U.S. citizen who is at least 21 years old qualifies for the IR-5 visa. Employment-based green cards. The employment-based green card is issued to foreign nationals who wish to reside permanently and work in the U.S. Typically, the U.S. employer petitions on behalf of the foreign workers to the USCIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, to obtain the green card. You can qualify for an employment-based green card if you belong to any of the 5 employment-based preference categories below. So there's preference categories, employment-based preference categories, employment-based preference categories, employment-based preference categories. Priority, first preference worker. As a priority worker, you possess extraordinary abilities, are an outstanding professor or researcher or a multinational executive. It means you will qualify for the EB-1 green card. Highly skilled professional, second preference worker. Second preference workers qualify for an EB-2 green card because they have advanced degrees or exceptional ability in the arts, sciences, or business. Third preference worker. A third preference is a skilled worker with at least 2 years of training. A professional with a bachelor's degree or an unskilled worker with less than 2 years of training. They qualify for EB-3 green cards. Special immigrants, fourth preference worker. This includes religious workers, broadcasters, special immigrant juveniles who qualify for EB-4 green cards. Investors, fifth preference worker, foreigners who wish to invest in a U.S. commercial enterprise that creates jobs for eligible U.S. workers qualify for an EB-5 green card. You will see more on this later. Okay, I have to stop here because I have to go to work now. I have to be at my office by 8:30. So I will continue to read from here, Diversity Lottery Program. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody. Bye bye. Diversity Lottery Program. The Diversity Immigrant Visa Program, administered by the Department of State DOS, is held annually to allot 55,000 immigrant visas through a lottery pool. The European notation of the numbers is a little bit different from ours. So 55 comma 00 stands for 55,000, I guess. No, that's terrible, man. Why use the imperial system? Why use the British customary system? Just use the international system, man. International standard system. So that's why you have Brexit, which is quite stupid when judged by foreigners, just like me, a Korean. And I work for Korea Telecom, KT, the number one carrier in Korea. It aims to promote diversity in the immigrant population of the U.S. To be eligible for the program, you must be a foreign national from a country with a historically low immigration rate to the United States. Being selected in the diversity visa lottery does not automatically guarantee a green card. It simply means you and your relatives are eligible for one. Once selected for the diversity visa program, you must complete a thorough application process, which includes a background check and an interview at a U.S. embassy or consulate. If you meet all the eligibility criteria and pass the interview, you may be guaranteed a visa. Since the DV program requires you to pay when adjusting your status, the DVP differs from How to Go America for free. You don't need to pay a fee after filling out the online form, but you must have a high school diploma or an equivalent or have 2 years of work experience and pass a background check. Requirements to adjust the status under the diversity visa program. Once selected through the lottery, you must adjust your status to obtain permanent residence. You will need the following to do so: show that you were chosen in the lottery, obtain an immigrant visa, and have it ready when adjusting your status through Form I-485, application to register permanent residence or adjust the status. Show that you are admissible to the U.S. General application process for green cards. The different means of obtaining a green card vary, but there are still similar processes applicants will go through, which include 1. Selecting an immigrant visa option to obtain the green card. It could be family or employment based, but you cannot file your petition alone. You cannot file your petition alone. You cannot file your petition alone. Your employer, citizen family, or LPR family has to do it for you. Otherwise, you go through the diversity visa program route. 2. Filling for a visa application with the U.S. Department of State. If you don't have an immigrant visa yet, or green card with USCIS following the approval of your petition by the USCIS. Going forward, biometric appointment to provide photos, fingerprints, and your signature. 4. Attending your in-person interview. Yes, online or in-person interview. Attending your in-person interview. Receiving a decision regarding your application. That's the Mount Rushmore, I guess. Mountain Rushmore. You more rush. Investment immigration to the U.S. overview. The EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program was created to improve the U.S. economy through capital investment and job creation by foreign investors. Foreigners looking to invest in a commercial enterprise in the U.S. and plan to create 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified U.S. workers are eligible for EB-5 green card. So that's 5, I guess. EB-5, the 5 in EB-5 stands for, 10 permanent full-time jobs. Sorry, I thought 5. Anyway, you can take your spouse or unmarried children under 21 to the U.S. through the EB-5 program. Who is eligible for the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program? To be eligible for the EB-5 program, you must invest in a new commercial enterprise established after November 29, 1999, or on or before November 29, 1990, if you purchased and restructured in a way that a new commercial enterprise forms or expanded through your investment, leading to a 40% increase in the enterprise's employees or net worth. A new commercial enterprise includes, but is not limited to, sole proprietorship, partnership, joint venture, corporation, business trust, and limited liability company, LLC. So limited liability company. I don't think there's an American limited liability company, LLC, but mostly the European countries have LLCs, right? LLC, limited liability company. Application process for the Immigrant Investor Program. The following are the steps involved in obtaining a green card through investment. Firstly, you must petition the USCIS after investing in a U.S. commercial enterprise. You can file a Form I-526 petition as a standalone investor or Form I-526E as a regional center investor. Following the approval of your petition, you should file DS-260 application for immigrant visa and alien registration with the U.S. Department of State or Form I-485 application to register permanent residence or adjust the status with the U.S. CIS. You are to file Form I-485 if you didn't previously file it before the approval of Form I-526 or Form I-26E petitions. After the U.S. CIS approval of your Form I-485 application, you will receive a conditional permanent residence for 2 years. Upon arriving in the US, you must file Form I-829, petition by investor to remove conditions on permanent resident status 90 days immediately before the second anniversary of your admission to the United States. The condition placed on your lawful permanent residence status will be removed once USCIS approves the petition. How can IAS help? Almost there now. There are many ways to immigrating to the US, which can leave you confused about the best route. We recommend contacting our immigration lawyers as they are experts on the different visas and can provide the information you need. Our team of attorneys specializes in navigating the intricacies of US immigration law and can assist you with filing and submitting your visa application. If you have further questions regarding what? Regarding employment-based immigration, family-based green card, student visa, investment-based immigration, or DV program, the lottery, right? Our lawyers can help address your concerns. To find out how our lawyers can help you, contact our online or at +1 844 290 6312. Our lawyers can help address your concerns if you have further questions on immigrating to the United States. Advice package. Comprehensive immigration advice tailored to your circumstances and goals. Application package designed to make your visa application as smooth and stress-free as possible. Fast track package, premium application service that ensures your visa application is submitted to meet your deadline. Appeal package, ensure you have the greatest chance of a successful appeal. We will represent you in any case, of course, for the money. We offer immigration advice sessions face-to-face, in person, over the phone or online. Oh, not in person? Over the phone or online. Over the phone or online. Over the phone or online. Related pages for your continued reading U.S. work visas. Frequently asked questions. What is the waiting time for a green card? How much money do you need to immigrate to the USA? What is the E2 visa and who is eligible for it? Breaking terms of green card. How to get a green card in USA without marriage. IAS Head Office USA. So they are located in New York. And ISA Ireland. IAS Head Office UK. IAS. 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 You have some difficulty pronouncing S. Yes or S. S, S, S. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for listening, and I hope this information was quite good to listen to. And this article is from iasservice.org.uk. This is a good company, good information. I really appreciate IAS for its contribution to make these things happen and to have this information posted online to be accessible to anyone with internet. I really appreciate it. DV, Diversity Lottery Program. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. Right? Where should I stop, man? Come on.